Justin Parsons here with Titleist at the Sea Island Golf Performance Center. One of the things that I've wrestled with a lot, especially when working with amateur players, is stat tracking. We see huge benefits really from my side working with tour players, because we've got great amounts of shot link data. We've got all sorts of different pieces of information that can help me prepare a practice plan properly for a player, knowing that if this player improves, they're going to be able to accelerate their performance. It was shared with me before that the best players in the world, they tend to gain 2.75 strokes on the field, total strokes gained. So let's say I had a player who was gaining 0.5 of a stroke, and I wanted to get him to be able to gain 1 stroke. I'm going to have to try and find that half a shot. So if I go in and see that he's underperforming a little bit from 100 to 125 yards, and then I can give him a structured wedge session to be able to improve that part of the game, that maybe is going to give me that, or part of that 0.5 of a stroke. Now, for those of you at home who will not perhaps have access to that sort of information, or not have access to somebody like me sitting in the office going through that information, it may be beneficial for you to go about starting to look at your statistics, maybe sharing that with your club professional or your teacher, and let them give you some ideas as to some of the drills and some of the exercises that you might want to do to get better. So there are a lot of shot tracking systems. You may have apps on your phone. I know the USGA app allows you to track some of your statistics. But again, I think it's very good for you to go through that stuff, say, look, to your teacher, I'm not so good from 150 to 175, or I'm missing a lot of my tee shots on the right. It's very difficult for you to do that yourself. Remember, with the best players in the world, some of the best players in the world that I help, they still allow me to go through their stats. And oftentimes I'm just saying, okay, we're going to run some more wedge work this week. They don't even need to know that they're maybe a little bit deficient from 100 yards. So at the very much the most entry level, you can begin to keep maybe your fairways hit, you can begin to keep your greens hit, you can certainly begin to keep how many shots you're taking to get up and down from within 30 yards, and perhaps you can have a putts per total, which we know isn't scientifically too precise, moving towards like a strokes gained total, which we know is more precise. But the more you can delve into your game, and the more that you can practice according to your findings, the more your practice can target your scores, and your scores can then improve.